Hey guys, so sorry for totally abandoning you last night. I was pretty tired, but here is my little review of Boxers and Saints by Gene Luen Yang, which I finished yesterday. I gave them both a 4 out of 5. It's more of a lower 4 out of 5 though, like 3.75 I guess. I liked the story, and it was informative, and I liked the art style pretty well. It wasn't like totally knock your socks off, but I thought it was good. I did feel a little bit condescended to by the story, particularly in the, I guess it's just because they start out as like really young children in the beginning of each of these stories, but it, you know, they're pretty much saying like, this is a thing, I like it. And I was kind of like, okay, I understand. I feel like you're treating me like an idiot though. And the main problem that I had with these books is that definitely in Boxers and possibly in Saints, there is like actual magic that occurs. These are fantasy stories. They're not pure historical fiction, so I don't feel like I actually learned that much about the Boxer Rebellion. Or like, I feel like I learned a bunch, but I'm not sure what's actually true and what's not now, so I can't really reliably use these to have a discussion about Chinese history. I also finished the Devil's Dictionary last night. I actually liked this a lot less than I did the first time. I don't know, maybe it's because I just felt like crap. But I think I had initially given it a 3 out of 5 stars, and on the reread I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. I just found all of the definitions very surface witty, but not really advancing an ideology, which I would have appreciated. It's like, on the surface they are sort of cynical and pessimistic, and then deep underneath they're just still cynical and pessimistic. So I didn't like that as much. I'm debating whether I want to unhaul this book because it's in the public domain, so I can just read it online if I ever really need to get some more Ambrose Bierce. But this is also the first gift that my spouse ever gave to me, so sentimental value? I don't know, I'll have to weigh it. I'll have to talk it out with him. I also started L'Histoire de la Marquise Maquis de Banneville by a bunch of French people. I'm on page 7 because it's in French and it's going pretty slowly for me. I haven't really read any French since college a year ago. So I'm progressing not at a usual pace through this. Fortunately it is short, you know, I can definitely finish it for the readathon since this is my only option for the novella challenge. But I think I'm going to sort of alternate reading this and then taking breaks and reading either Lisa Lin Po or The Queen's English, maybe Heroides as well. We'll see. But now I have to take a shower because my hair is gross, so let's go deal with that. Okay, so I have showered, I have gone and gotten some lunch, I have gone and gotten some mascara, and I think those are all the things you can really ask for in life. I did some more reading. I am now on page 36 of L'Histoire de la Marquise Maquis de Banneville, and it's definitely picked up. Like, I forgot how late in the story our romantic interest is introduced, but once he arrives, it's a lot more fun. I think I actually like that character the best. And I'm also sort of getting back into the groove of this whole French thing. So I think I will be able to finish this today. And that, of course, will mean I have completed all of the Cramathon challenges, so on Monday I can just read for fun, as opposed to the rest of the time when I read for not fun. I'm also on page 22, or in the B section, since it's alphabetical, of The Queen's English. This book's going fine. Like, I'm definitely skimming some sections. I feel like most of the entries are just a little bit too long. Like, I appreciate the first paragraph, and then if there's more than one paragraph, usually I don't really read the next ones. I am being summoned, so I have to go. See ya! Okay, I think this is going to be my last update before I edit and then upload this video because I cannot stay up late. I just finished Histoire de la Marquise Maquis de Banneville. Surprise! I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This is a shocker to no one who's been following me for a while and watched my favorite books of all times, because this is one of my favorite books of all time. It is a beautiful transgender love story set in the court of Louis XIV. And it just, like, it's so precious. Precious and enchanting. I probably shouldn't pet something and call it precious. That's generally considered unhealthy. And I'm still working on the Queen's English. I suspect I can finish this tonight though, since I am definitely skimming some of the sections. And I may even start Liesl and Poe tonight to get a jump start, because I might be able to finish all of the books that were on my TBR for the Cramathon, which would be insane. I've already read 9 books so far this weekend. I've decided to not count Lady of Shalott as part of my Cramathon TBR because it is so short. I am counting it towards my Goodreads goal because I count short stories and it's basically a short story in verse. So 9 books, 3 days. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention about Boxers and Saints. I've gotten David to read it as well. And I think Goodreads lied to me. It's a Goodreads community. I went on and I had seen that Saints was listed as a companion novel to Boxers, not a sequel to Boxers. So I asked the community if, like, it would make sense, if it would work, to read Saints first and then Boxers, and the 2 responses I got were both no, you need to read Boxers first. I don't really agree with that. There is an epilogue to Saints that won't, like, it's not going to spoil anything really, but it just won't make sense unless you've read Boxers. But if you want to read most of Saints, Boxers, then the Saints epilogue, I think that is a perfectly valid approach. So that's what David is doing. And then we're going to do a joint review of that from our different perspectives. Me, who got to know Bao first, and him, who got to know Vibiana first. And he will be able to provide you with more insight as to whether that is an option if you are interested in reading those books. So now I'm going to call it a night and say farewell until tomorrow.